How we even get to this? How we even get to this? I had good intention, always fed you light. You gave me your distance, is that really right? Without an explanation, yeah, you going ghost. Texts never got delivered, guess you blocking those. I just wanna know. Matter of fact, no I don't. Could you show me your true colors? Your silence broke louder. Deep down I was feeling you, but I can live without her. It's like my heart getting colder and colder. It's like this world got me looking over my shoulder. Even the devil was an angel, don't trust no love. I was drunk off your love, I had to sober up. My feelings cold, no when they say I'm cold as fuck. You know, I guess this is around the time when I go cold, don't talk to nobody. Guess I'm a hopeless romance at this time. Time after time again, I've been taking number losses, yeah, when I'm a win. The reality I'm hurting deep inside within. The reality I'm hurting deep inside. I thought you was really gon' ride. Woke up, you wasn't by my side. A damn shame, cause I really did like you. Block me on your social media, so spiteful. How we even get to this? In my mind,
Most famous.
My man Cash on the boards. Finally got a chance to pull up on him, I mean, got a chance to catch him. Henny Gang Mobile. You know, we in the building. Got a chance to pull up with the most famous, the most infamous, the most talked about, the most legendary Cash on the motherfucking boards. Gotta drop a bomb on that motherfucker. Got you, feel me?
For sure, man. What's up with it, man?
You know, what you got going on? I see you on here. It's immaculate in the studio. First, let me give you your kudos on what you got going on. The setup is crazy.
Appreciate it.
It's intriguing. I'm trying to keep. You got different screens going on. You got the vocals on here.
Yeah.
You got the mix on here.
Yeah, we try to make it to where it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like crumbled up where you got to do both sides on one. So it's like on this one you get to mix and do whatever you want. So you lose your eyes when you mixing, and you got this one you just want to track the vocals and get everything that you need.
Facts. So how long you been mixing? First of all, let's get to that. For the people that don't know you, go ahead and introduce who you are.
So I go by Cash Mixed It. Was Cash on the board, but however one you wanna, you know. But anyways, all right. So how I got mixing? I was mixing. I'm gonna say since 2017 I was taking it serious, but I've been doing it since like 2009, 2008.
Major.
You know what I mean?
Major.
But I just took it serious when my daughter was born.
Okay.
For real.
And the name speaks for itself, because everybody who's somebody on the shore, or I'm gonna say in Maryland,
right,
got at least a track that you done had your hands on.
Yeah.
Feel me? Whether it was you actually recording it, or you was actually in the studio, or you was just the one that took the stems and made magic with them.
Yeah. Yeah, it be like that too. Like, to be honest, I love working with people in the studio, but I love when I didn't do anything with the recording.
Right.
They just send it to me and I mix it. But it feels like I give it a different feel to it.
I always tell you that. I'm like, yo, let me send this to you, because Cash gonna put that sauce on it that give it that Cash feel.
Yeah,
it's just something that you could tell a Cash track, feel me, off rip. And I seen you want. I ain't say you went live, but you did a quick video and you was explaining to the people what's the difference of a professional song and a independent, just somebody give you a quick mix and you try to put it on the platform.
Yeah, man, because the thing about it is, you know what I mean, like, I get it, you know what I mean, people do that with me when they go to record with me. They be like, all right, cool, and then they just put it out, and then when they put it out, people judge on the fact of how it sounds, but the reality is, you're not getting that that, you know what I'm saying, that the Drakes, the Meek Mills, all of these people, the reason why they song sound the way it does, because they take that extra step. They actually go get it properly mixed. If you don't take that extra step to really get your shit mixed, right, you got to think it's gonna sound how it sounded when you first recorded it. You know what I mean? Dry.
But a lot of people get the misconception of this too, because I think around here and just all in general that engineers don't get as much kudos, because I had the opportunity with sitting down with you and you helped me show me how to do certain things. I'm like, damn, it takes time. Like, you got to sit down and listen to the song over and over again. You listening to the smallest details to critique it. And then you can have an artist that you're working with, that I seen you working with, and you have to put plugin after plugin after plugin, and then you got to know how to stack the plugins. So it's a whole process. So I definitely would I got to give you your kudos on that,
Yeah, for
because
sure,
I
bro.
respect it. I respect the grind. I respect the hustle, and I respect what I've been seeing, because, like I said, you're a close friend of mine, and we definitely work together. And I got the chance to see you doing a lot of different things.
First and foremost, a man of your stature, bro. Like, I respect you so much because you take time to learn everything. Like when we first did it, what was it, what was the name of the
Take
record?
You Home. Take You Home
Take
with
Me Home
with R&B.
and the other record that you shot the video.
Oh,
for.
the Go Harder.
Go Harder.
Yeah, the Go Harder. That was my first song
You know
ever
what I'm saying?
too. That was crazy.
So from that point all the way up to now, it's like, you know what I mean?
The growth.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I tell people all the time, I feel like even if you do go to a studio, you still should have your own setup.
Yeah.
Because it's like almost like, it's like being a basketball player. I'd be damned if I see, if you a famous basketball, I'm pretty sure they got a
court that they practice on.
Yeah, at the crib. You got to.
I always tell everybody, like, my goal was never to be like the best rapper.
Right.
Because I don't look at it like, I mean, you got people that just got God-given talents where they could do it effortlessly. Like Jay-Z. It's like a God-given talent, like you could just do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you got people that works to build their craft, like a Jeezy. You know what I mean? Not to take nothing away from Jeezy, but you see how Jeezy like worked over years, and then at the years he got better and better all the way up to the recession.
For sure.
From Trap It Down to the recession, you see the growth. So I look at myself sort of on that plateau, like it's always room for improvement.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're always trying to find the best sound. What sound is the wave? What's in right now? What's not in right now? But it's like, long as you keep growing and know that you could keep growing, you can't lose. It's when people get stagnated and get content and think they the best, but really you ain't nowhere.
And that's why I always tell myself, like, when people be like, yo, catch the best, I let the people say it. Me personally, I don't try to embed that in myself.
Oh, like
Baby
said it. You can't call yourself the GOAT, leave that up to the people.
I leave it to the people, because at the end of the day I, in my mind, I say I'm the best, I'm not learning.
Right.
Every day I'm up here on YouTube, whatever, you know what I'm saying, to study whatever I gotta study. And it might be, I might take on a, you know what I mean, like a 8-hour long video and may learn one thing, but that one thing might be the missing pieces that I've been wanting to learn. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's effortlessly learning, like, you know what I mean? I just don't believe in stagnating myself with titles. I feel like when you put a title on anything,
you get content, you get buried in that. It's like you get buried in that title.
Right.
You know what I mean? I understand.
Even now, like, and I ain't gonna lie, there might be a record that I record and may not need a mix, quote unquote, because it sounds good from the way in. You know what I mean? You get records that sound like that, but that's depending on a couple of things, depending on the voice. Because some people got them voices that's naturally sound good, no matter if it's on a $100,000 microphone or a $200 microphone. You know what I mean? It sounds good. But then you got some voices where it's like, I might gotta fuck this shit up a little different. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it all depends on the artist too.
Right.
But again, that what makes everything beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go ahead and make the song sound however you want. You know what I mean? I don't believe that the song should just stop at recording. You need the mix. The mix is gonna bring out the vocals. It's gonna pop the drums. It's gonna do whatever you need it to do. It's gonna do, and it's gonna make it commercially ready. So when you put on, I don't know, the Drake record, then you put your record on, it's not going to be like a volume difference.
Right.
You know, you want things to.
And I pointed that out on a couple of my joints. We were sitting there, we was going over the catalogs, going over some records, and I was like, yo, I don't like the volume switches, and you was like, well, I know exactly what we got to do. And I like,
it'd be like that. Yeah.
Another question I wanted to ask, because a lot of people always want to know who like influenced, and a lot of people don't really know about too many engineers, but you might could give some of the people that's out there that don't know some other engineers that influenced you or gave you some of the creativity edge.
Man, Dave Fasado, Dave Fasado. We're gonna go with Guru.
Gotta go Guru.
Cruz.
For those that don't know, who was that?
Cruz, it's Meek Mill engineers.
I remember the first template you gave me was a Cruz joint.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I learned a lot from his template, man. But the good thing about a template is just what it is, a template. You still gotta do your own thing, because it's a lot of things that people see. If I gave somebody my template, a person would be like, oh, I'm about to have my shit sound like Cash mixed it. No, because I got different microphones than you, I got different preamp than you, and I'm working with different artists than you.
So for those that don't know, and those that's tuning in or whatever, tell them what exactly is a template for those, if we're taking it to the beginner stages. If somebody was to get Pro Tools or get any one of these other studio programs, and they was to turn it on and they hook their mic up and you sent them a template, and they like, damn, what's the template?
A template is just something, all right, well, let me let y'all know where I came from before the template.
Right.
I come from the era where you basically every session is a blank session.
Woo! That was hard.
Means, man,
That's hard. Feel me?
You get no track.
All you can do is add a track.
All you do is add a track.
Ooh,
You gotta add your beat track. You gotta add your audio track. It might be
bus.
audio 1 to 10.
I told you when I was first setting it up, I didn't know what the fuck a bus was. Like, you gotta run this to a bus. I'm like, yo, how the fuck you set a bus up? What the fuck is a bus?
Then from there, now remind you, this is Menace is going in right now. You ain't even start the session yet. So then you gotta name your bus tracks, and now you gotta understand, like, all right, you beat track, boom, verse, ad lib, hook, dub, like you gotta do all that.
Right.
Now you gotta put the beat on there, get the tempo of the beat.
Right.
You might gotta put some plugins on at this point.
Right.
A template is so you ain't gotta do none of that. You just starting from a square of whoever gave you whatever they gave you.
Right.
They giving it to you for two things. Number one, you can get to your final destination quicker.
Facts.
And number two, you gotta add your own sauce to it because you just don't know. What works for them may not work for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to do your own thing with it.
All right, now, I caught you in the middle of a session, so I ain't gonna hold you up because I know time is money, fam. We already know how that go, you know what I mean? What's some artists that you could put them on with for the people that's out there, for the people that follow Henny at the Dark, for the Mosh Pit, for the fans? What's some artists that you could tell the fans to tune into that you know that's on their shit right now, that's grinding, that's putting the music out, that's consistent? Excluding myself.
You definitely be consistent with it. I'll be chilling with you every day. That joint's consistent. All right, so consistent. Just Wavy is always consistent.
Shout out Just Wavy.
He the fan, so
that's
definitely
definitely
know.
a bro to the
You know
show.
what I'm
Definitely
saying?
one of the friends to the show. Everything in one. He been with us since day one. So definitely shout out Just Wavy. He definitely been moving. He ain't let up.
Trey.
The SCP Trey. I definitely fuck with Brody.
He be working.
He's somebody that I talk to. I be following on social media. I definitely fuck with Brody. We always salute each other. He'd drop something new. I'd be like, boy, I see you working. I drop something. He'd be like, boy, I see you working. So definitely shout out to SCP.
He got some joints. Man, that's a lot of artists though, man.
I know the show got talent.
Yeah.
And we kicking the door in.
Sean Rax 410. He from my old neighborhood out originally.
Shout out.
I'm actually, he gonna be on the show soon enough. I'm gonna definitely send some music.
Oh, you know, we get everybody
fresh
that Cash referred to the show. You definitely can expect to get your music on the show, and if he's referring you for an interview, you could definitely expect for Sticks to be hitting you for a Henny Gang Mobile interview. We are pulling up no matter where you at. You might catch us in the studio with you. You might catch us in the car with you. You might catch us at the bar with you. We everywhere.
For sure.
Feel me?
This is good for the show too, man. I just want to let y'all know this is definitely a good.
Appreciate it. I mean, we working, we building.
You know what I mean? Because couple years, I was like, damn, man, when they gonna bring the show back? You remember I kept saying, like, yo, bro, y'all bringing the show back. Show head now, you know what I'm saying?
It was under construction, feel me?
Yeah,
I wanted to rebrand it, and I wanted to relaunch it, and I wanted to do more than just being stagnated and just being stationed at one location. You know what I mean? So we working with a lot of different things, we building it up. But this interview ain't about me. This interview is about Cash Mixed It, Cash on the boards, and I appreciate you for giving me the chance to pop up for an in-studio interview with him in the mix of his process.
For sure, man. Well, damn, I'm trying to think of a couple more artists I can say, man. Because I got a lot of artists. I deal with a lot of artists.
Gotta shout out Lake Boy.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Lake Boy staying here with you.
Hennessy Love.
Definitely shout out Hennessy Love. She working too. I heard you brought something. I'm gonna keep that quiet though. We'll drop that on the show. Make sure y'all bump that or dump that. I seen something, heard something new.
Yeah,
I heard something new. So
I got some joints, man.
How can we forget about Pressure? How can we forget about Pressure though?
Pressure?
How can we forget about Pressure? You know, I had the pleasure of hearing Pressure unreleased. You gonna let them get a feel of that? Don't bump that, dump that.
Yeah, Pressure. Yeah, Big Pressure. Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
A lot of people, that's the unexpected. A lot of people ain't even know Cash makes music too.
Yeah, bro. You know what? And I think me doing that is the reason why I'm such a good engineer, because I'm not like the average engineer. All they do is just engineer.
Right.
Like I actually can. I'm not gonna say I know what the artist want, but I have an idea. You know what I mean? Because I do music myself. Right. So it makes it easier for me to get to that line with them. You know what I mean? Because I know growing up, to be honest with you, that's how I even got into being an engineer. You know what I'm saying? Because I got tired of listening to my songs.
And they like how they were sounding.
Yeah.
That's what made me fuck with it. I ain't gonna say no names, but when I first started making the music, I went to a studio and an engineer, and he was telling me like, this is the best around here. Like I said, I ain't gonna say no names, but I went there and I paid him a hefty amount to do a 10-song project, and I ain't like none of the songs, not even one of them. All of them sound horrible, but it was a bunch of different things going on, this, that, the third. So I thank him, and I'm blessed that I did experience that, because it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson, and it helped me learn that you gotta have your own shit. You gotta have your own, just to hear your own sound. Because even if you come to a studio and an engineer polish your sound up for you, you gotta keep working with that sound to get it to where you want it.
And my job is to take what you gave me and enhance what's already there. It ain't to take away from it, to go my own way. You know, take the baton, throw that motherfucker to the finish line. Nah, it's just, you know what I mean? You just taking whatever you gave me and then, you know, doing what I do. You know what I mean?
Well, again, thank you for being a part of the Henny Gang Mobile first official interview. You know what I mean? We got the pleasure of pulling up on Cash, mixed it.
Shout out to every artist doing their thing on the shore.
And before we go, tell them how they can find you, tell them how they can reach you, tell them maybe the prices, or if you want to go into that, they could DM you or however, but tell them how to get in touch with you.
Well, shoot, on Instagram, you just hit me on Instagram, Cash Mixed It. Studio prices here at House of Sounds is $60 an hour. You know what I mean? 1 hour minimum, $60 an hour. Mixing prices right now, we doing like $150 a mix, but then I got the one price where like I started like a couple years back with like 3 mixes for like 100, stuff like that. Just for the artists, because I like doing this shit.
Yeah, so it all depends on what the artist budget is basically and what they want. And if y'all missed, y'all better start getting edited versions of your song. You need clean versions. Man. You gotta get clean versions.
Butter, baby.
Feel me? So even if you go to a studio and record, you still need to get an engineer to give you that final touch and give you that final clean version, so we can start getting more music heard on the show, on the radios, and on bigger platforms.
For sure. That's what matters, man. Let's make the music game better, man. For real. Whatever I gotta do, you feel me?
Shit, you already doing it. Feel me? We gonna keep pushing, we gonna keep working. Thanks again for Cash popping in. Know what I mean? We'll catch y'all on the next Henny Gang Mobile. We out.
For sure.
Most famous.
How we even get to this? How we even get to this? I had good intention, always fed you light. You gave me your distance, is that really right? Without an explanation, yeah, you going ghost. Texts never got delivered, guess you blocking those. I just wanna know. Matter of fact, no I don't. Could you show me your true colors? Your silence broke louder. Deep down I was feeling you, but I can live without her. It's like my heart getting cold.